Hello, crafty peeps. Welcome back to my channel, Crafty-ish-kristyn. Today I have a post review and kit down from Diamond Art Club. This is Trinity of Peace. And as you can see, it is super sparkly, obviously. The natural light is shining in from the window and my lights as well. I am actually really surprised at how lifelike this looks for what the size is. It is only a 50.8 centimeter by 50.8 centimeter canvas, but especially when even looking up close, it looks really detailed. So I am very pleased with how this turned out. I did not have any issues besides the fact that it was just all brown. But that's not really the canvas's fault. That's the artwork. And I knew that going into this that, it was going to be a lot of brown. And speaking of brown, there goes the cat over my canvas. Thanks, Duncan. Super awesome. I did not run out of any drills, as you can tell. The white ABs were a little low towards the end, not going to lie. And what else? I did lose a sticker. I don't know where it went. Some of these stickers would not stay on at all. I don't know what their deal was, but there were definitely some colors that I like to have a little more than that at the end, and not just because I'm greedy and I want to save my diamonds, but just, I don't like playing the chicken game of am I going to run out? Am I not going to run out? But it did not run out. Like this one, barely any left. Please give me a few more. That's all I ask. The trash, I will show you my trash. That's super loud. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is that a decent amount of trash? I don't know. As long as I don't run out of anything, I'm good. Mainly the trash, I believe, because I did finish this 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think it was mainly, curvy butts, as I do not have a curvy butt, and, just little tabby pieces. But for the most part, it was good. And obviously there's some pink and purple and blues. If I'm working on painting and I find diamonds on the floor, they just go into the little trash pot that I have going for the painting that I'm working on. So sometimes things end up in the trash that aren't from the painting. I'm not that picky. I just like to keep them and put them in my trash jar. So I'm going to put this, well, no, I'm so bad at lids. So let me, put that over there. What am I doing? Okay. Let me do this and get situated. I'm going to move Mr. Canvas. That is really loud. There are some, I will say, and this is not, again, anything against the canvas, but there's some chew marks in my canvas because I had plastic covering over the diamond painting at one point in time. And, if you've been around here a while, you know that I have one cat that cannot resist biting plastic. So he tasted the canvas for me. Yeah, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. And helped. Isn't that so helpful? Yeah. So I did put these in order already from DMC numbers. Look at me go. And I have my 6 boxes of spare drills. The ABs I will do at the end because they are in box number 6. And I don't separate my AB drills by, Diamond Art Club or DMC number. I just kind of group them by color. Oh, here's some extras. Look at those. Put those right there. So I hope, whoa, I gotta push this back. I didn't realize how far back my camera screen was. I hope everybody is doing well. Oops, I gotta pull out. See, I knew I needed my box. This is my Care Bear box is my random things box for kitting up, kitting down, etc. I do need to get a new ruler because I broke my ruler. Seriously, I'm just so strong. And these edges are actually really sharp. Yeah, it's all right. Okay, 167. So I hope everyone is doing well. That's what I was trying to say. Oh, I don't have 167 in my resins. Lovely. I do have one of every color in acrylic drills, thanks to the art dots. I have a whole playlist of me putting away those art dot drills. If you are interested in watching somebody struggle and spill, that would be a great place to go. It is in the playlists. And I am not going to scrape off the stickers. I will force my husband to do that for me later because it ruins my nails and I just don't want to do it. I say force, but he does it because, you know, I just pretend like I'm so, you know, incompetent that I just, oh, I don't understand. It's going to ruin my nails. So he just does it. I think he likes coming to my rescue personally, but you know, if you have not, please consider liking and subscribing and doing, you know, all the things that people ask you to do. It is very much appreciated. I have a Facebook group if you want to get in there. Join that. We have lots of amazing, helpful, kind, funny, and sassy people. So, we post about other things besides diamond painting, like funny pictures and, you know, stuff to help brighten your day. It might help if I actually use the ruler to mark where the bag came from, but it's fine. It's totally fine. We have 301. So you got lots of browns in this painting. Lots of browns. Whew. Seriously. Although, I will say, once I kind of got into a rhythm, it did go faster, but I kitted this up, I think, in October, because I was planning on doing it over Christmas, and then, you know, I don't know why I plan to do anything or schedule myself to do anything around that time of year, because it's just a mess, and I get overwhelmed super easy. Ooh, look at that. My 310 bag may actually be starting to get a little full. Interesting. This would definitely be the fullest bag of any color. And it's funny because I don't do, you know, I don't do black heavy paintings, but that's just, you know, because 310 is one of those colors that is in everything. Not everything, but a lot of things. So we have Mr. 400. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I had to help my son with the book report. And yeah. So they got this book report. They got the assignment, you know, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago. So they had a month to read the book. Well, he read the book quicker because, you know, he did. He would, you know, and I kind of told him, like, hey, don't be waiting until the last minute to do this. So he finished the book. And then the teacher said that they weren't allowed to start the book report until a certain date. And I'm like, what? Like, don't you want the kids to work on the book report? But she wanted them all to, you know, work on it together at the same pace, which, you know, it's her classroom. But in my brain, I'm like, that's not good for the procrastinator kids, right? You know, and I knew that he was having this, you know, surgery. And so I'm like, okay, well, as soon as she says you can work on it, let's start working on it. And I should have just told him, work on it now. I don't care. But, you know, I'm trying to follow the rules and teach him to follow the rules. So, oops, there's one. I'm not going to open that back up for that one. So, you know, we're doing it. Well, then come to find out that, you know, like they have to do the introduction. And then it's like, you can't do anything more besides the introduction. And I'm like, no, make an outline. We're not playing that game. So then it's like they have to memorize the introduction and I almost said the outroduction, but it's not the outroduction. The closing. The closing. And then they have to only use bullet points to present it to the class, you know. And when you have a kid who's anxious, yeah, you know how it is, guys. You know how it is. I know how it is. So, yeah, it was kind of a mess. Well, come to find out, this book report, she only wanted it to be between 250 and 300 words. which on the surface, like, okay, sweet. That's amazing. You know, that's a really short book report. But you can't put barely any information into a book report that is 250 to 300 words. Now, I'm sure there's kids out there that were like, oh, heck yeah, this is awesome. Like, I can bust this out in a week or, you know, a day or an hour even. But when you're, you know, trying to get a good grade on something and you're trying to include information that, you know, will, oh, I don't know, make the story make sense. Because if you've ever read a book that's, you know, more than 100 pages and you're trying to explain it to somebody, you're going to need to use probably more than 250 words. And that 250 to 300 words included the introduction and the outroduction, if you will. And they had to put in all this, you know, I don't want to say it's filler information, but like the publisher's name, the author's name, when it was published, all that stuff as well. So you're eating up 100 words easy based on telling people that it's a first person story and it's science fiction or whatever it is. I'm just like, so my poor son, he's like freaking out and stressing out about trying to get this book report done because he cut it down a lot, but it was still 650 words. And I'm like, okay. And so I was like, all right, well, let's get in there and let's murder this book report because, you know, and he's like, you can't cut that out. And it's like, yeah, we kind of have to. So there's already 2 colors in this, this one. And we're going to add a 3rd one. So if you get bothered by that, just look away. Look away, guys. Look at all those beautiful greens. So he was freaking out because he's like, it's not going to make sense. And I was like, you know, this is what the teacher wants. So if she marks you down for the book report and the presentation not making sense because the story doesn't make sense, I said, that's when you turn in the full version, you know, like that's your rough draft, right? Then you say, well, I'm sorry, I had to cut it down to fit the word requirement. Yeah, so we were, you know, like cutting out words, like making, you know, compound words, like instead of is not, isn't. Those are easy. You know, getting rid of a lot of the, you know, the thes and the ands and the, was like, and he's like, well, but it doesn't sound right. And I'm like, well, this is what the teacher wants. You know, I'm just trying to cut it down. We got it down to 330 words. And I was like, I don't think we can cut any more things out of this because it's basically going to say, and he did it on, what's the word? What's the book? Ready Player One. So if you've read Ready Player One, like, I'm like, you cut everybody's names. Like, he has friends. You're not putting in individual friend names. You know, you can put in the name of the guy who made the program, but don't keep referring to him as his full name. Just, like, cut that down. And he's like, well, it just sounds stupid. And I'm like, well, if your teacher says anything, again, you can say, well, I had to cut it down. So, and if she has a problem with that, then she can talk to me and I will say something because this is not one of my favorite teachers. I just, little, you shouldn't be muttering things about like, oh, it's not hard to talk in front of a crowd or things like that when a kid goes up to give a report or something. So it's just my take on it. Oh, come on. 738. See, I thought I put them in order and I did, but I didn't put them in order good enough. So we will see how it goes when he gets the grade. And he did not get extra time because he had the surgery because she said they had enough time to do the book report. And I'm like, he's got to present this book report like 2 days after he had surgery or after he came back to school, I should say. It was more like 4 or 5 days, but I'm like, still. So yeah. Hello, Sharky. Fancy seeing you on the table now. So does anyone else have, like, I felt really bad because his book report was really good. And I'm not just saying that because he's my kid. He does not like me looking at his school stuff like that because, like, I enjoy writing and, making stories, and, like I've, written, books and drafts and all that stuff. So he doesn't really like me to to look at his stuff, because I do cut things, and I do, simplify sentences, or I rearrange, sentence structures. And it's not to be mean. It's so, hopefully things make sense. But yeah, so we'll see. I'll let you guys know. I'm curious to see what kind of grade he gets. And if he gets marked down because it didn't make sense, then I will direct her to the, the part where it says that it needs to be 250 words, because I don't feel like that's enough words for a book report. But maybe I'm just, I'm wordy, so I like longer things. Like I like longer videos on YouTube. I like longer books because I want the detail. I want the stuff. I like bigger diamond paintings because I like the detail, but not too big, because I need to be able to finish some of the stuff that I have. 842. So let's see. I'm a little crooked. So I did get some, I got some cactus pokies in my hand from the grocery store. I should know better than to walk through the floral department and touch things, but I did. And when we first had cats, I had a lot of cactuses and succulents. But these cats don't leave things alone. And one night, the cat, I'm pretty sure it was Sharky. I can't be certain because I was not watching it because I was sleeping. And we heard this loud crash. Well, I had the cactuses and stuff all in a windowsill to get maximum light, because we live in Washington, so, we're kind of limited. And there were pots all over the floor, dirt, cactuses everywhere. Well, the cat had jumped up into the windowsill, even though there was nothing there for him to jump. He just jumped, even though it was chock full of plants. And hello, buddy, hello. And he got a face and a butt full of cactus pokies. And then a lot of my stuff got mealybugs, so we just had to downsize and pretty much get rid of most of my cactuses. Hi, bud. So we were at Safeway, and I was walking through I wasn't walking through the floral department. The floral department is right next to the produce department. And so I passed, and they had some kind of like wonky looking cactuses, and those are my favorites because I love the weird reject looking plants, that look like, maybe they mutated or something. So I saw one and I was like, oh, I can put that in the kitchen window, because they don't really get on the kitchen window area. So I bought one and I put it in the cup holder of the thing, because it was really hard to pick up, because, it was really full and pokey. Well, I must have just accidentally brushed by it or touched it, something, because then I was like, yep, I've got pokies in my hand. Hello. Boop. And so I made sure, first of all, look how full this 938 is. Like, it is full. So I made sure to not, let the Safeway lady touch it. I was like, just give me a bag, I'll hold it, you scan it, I've already touched it. But it's been 4 days and I still feel like I have some cactus thingies in my hand. And it's one of those really fine cactuses, so the pokies are super thin and faint, yeah, no. I should know better, but I don't. Okay, this is actually, oh my gosh, I may have to start a second bag. Oh my gosh, I'm not doing that today. I got too much to do today. Oh wow, but that is really chunky. Okay, 945. So I keep getting random ghost feelings in my hand from the cactus. Then I think I got one into my car steering wheel, because I got in the car yesterday and it was fine. Hello! Fancy seeing you here. I got in the car and I was like, ow! So I think I got a cactus pokey embedded into my car steering wheel. So that's not good. So, Crafty-ish husband is back from the dentist. hopefully no cavities. Yay, no cavities. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I'm testing out my microphone. So if it sounds bad, it's the microphone's fault. I did kind of test it, but you know, not really. What?
Sorry. It has a turd on its butt and it's been dragging it all over the floor.
Oh.
So.
Oh. Can't script that kind of stuff, can you? I'm glad you're here to take care of that problem. The joys of pet ownership. Get pets, they say. It'll be fun. Mm-hmm. Yep. Nope. I should stop and help him, but he's one of those people where if you try to help him when he's doing something and he gets aggravated, then he's just like, just leave me alone. I'll do it myself. So I'm just not going to help. And that's what baby wipes are for. Even if you don't have babies, you should just have baby wipes in your house, because they are one of the most useful things, I feel like. All right. 3, 8, 5, 4. Am I already to 3? No, I'm not. Jeez. Uh-oh. He's trying to wash the cat in the sink. This may not end well. Come on, go in there. I was reminded the other day, why am I not using my ruler to mark where I'm pulling these from? Seriously, that is not where it is. I was reminded the other day about a neighbor we had at our last house. We moved in and the mailbox was like gross. That's putting it mildly, right? Putting it mildly. It was just old and rusty and covered in, what do you call it? What do you call the stuff? The moss and the tree filth and all that stuff. And so we instantly were like, okay, we need a new mailbox because this one's a piece of garbage. Because it was old. And so we got a new mailbox, and we got a locking mailbox because we were kind of on a busy corner where a lot of people, drove and all that. And I have trust issues, so I don't trust people to not steal my mail. And so we got a new mailbox, and the neighbor across the street, their mailbox was like right next to our mailbox, and their mailbox was even like grosser than our mailbox. It's just, kind of old, and it's a mailbox. And so I think it was maybe like a month after we moved in and we changed the mailbox, the the neighbor came out and he's like, damn, you guys got a nice mailbox. And we were like, yeah, we wanted it to be secure and big enough to hold packages. And he's like, I know, but I walked out and I saw that mailbox and I was like, if you've seen Wayne's World, right, where they kind of like, they do the swing thing with their hips and they point. What?
What a wrestler does.
Oh, that's what a wrestler does?
Yeah,
they make the V thing, like, sorry, I thought it was the Wayne World thing. But so he did that. He's like, damn, that mailbox is just, oh, that's a sexy mailbox. We're both like, okay. Like, it's just a mailbox to us, but yeah. So he's like, I've never had mailbox envy before, but damn, that mailbox is. We're just like, you could get one. Just go down to Home Depot and you can get your own sexy mailbox. It is weird. It was really weird. But anytime I see a mailbox that I'm kind of like, ooh, look at that mailbox, it makes me think of the sexy mailboxes. So yeah. But those neighbors are the same neighbors than when we moved in. Like, we were painting. We hadn't even moved in yet. And we were just kind of painting some of the rooms and, you know, trying to get stuff ready before we actually had to move in. And my husband went outside because he had to, I don't know, he was putting something in the car or something. And this little girl is just walking down the street. And he's like, who, like, because we didn't know any of the neighbors yet. Oh, see, I totally got out of order. And so he's like, little girl, I don't think you're supposed to be walking alone. And so he just kind of started following her down the road because he's like, she looks too young to be wandering alone, you know? And so we hadn't really met the neighbors yet. And so all of a sudden, like, the neighbor comes running out of the house, you know, calling the little girl's name. And I'm like, oh, she went that way. My husband's following her. And so they, you know, ran after her, and like, I guess she liked to escape the house and leave the house without telling anybody. And so later we were still painting, and they actually brought over a giant plate of fried chicken to thank us for, you know, following their daughter so she didn't, you know, get hit by a car or something. So that was cool. I was like, dang, dude, fried chicken, like, that's awesome. Okay, why is there no, okay, this section of my box is super messy. It needs to be tidied up, but we're not doing that right now. So yeah, it's an interesting little neighborhood. But I feel like every neighborhood we've lived in has not been, like, people are not overly, like, social. I don't know why. Maybe it's us. Maybe I give off that vibe of, like, don't talk to me. I don't want to, but maybe I do. Okay. We'll go back in time and put those away. But first we should put the ABs away because the ABs are in this box. And there is a hidden one in there, but I don't care. So this needs to be organized. So I know I have a bag for white and yellow ABs. So they are somewhere in this dumpster fire. We're just gonna pull there we go. See, look, oh, no, that's green. That's green. I do know my colors, kind of. So here is white. Let's put white with white. Someday I will finish organizing these. I only think about it when I'm putting stuff away, though. Okay, I need this yellow. Is yellow with yellow? I think I just put all the yellow in this one. I probably should have separated light and dark yellow, but, you know, I didn't. So it's fine. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait, no. Nope, still got two more. Ignore me. Ignore. So, okay, just shove it all in there. It's fine. Just put it in there. Close it up. And it is a later problem, not a right now problem. So 3827. Seriously. 3826 and 3827. See, I thought I organized and put everything away, but I did not. So it's fine. Luckily, I did not put the boxes back on the shelf. So it is all good in the hood. And here's our last one. And then I will obviously put my trash into the trash drill bottle. There's that. All right. And now we can clean those up and reuse them to kit something else up. Not that I should be kitting anything up, but I do have some, I do have quite a few canvases on the way, actually. So it'll probably happen because I do like having stuff ready and available for when the mood strikes. So that is it. Trinity of Peace is finished. The drills are put away. I still need to clean up my mess, but I will do that off camera because nobody wants to watch me haphazardly tidy up. So if you still want your own Pippy the Crafty Peep sticker, I will have the Google Doc listed in the description box below. Anything else, the link to the Facebook group is down there as well. If you haven't liked and subscribed, go ahead and do that as well. And I will see you guys next time. Big awkward hugs. Bye, guys.